so much for coming. A little pre-show announcement because we're going to get started in a couple minutes. You know, like when we go and look at work in a gallery, it's like, you know, what am I getting from this work? What's the experience that I'm having? So my intent with dancing is to do that interpretation through my body and really letting the works speak to me. Yeah, we'll get started in the back in about 5 minutes or so. Thank you.
So Slipstitch in itself, honestly, I would say it's a love affair. It really does kind of mimic us, and all that's behind it is all the conversations we have, what we bring home every night, what we talk about. It really is a reflection of who we are as individuals, but also as a couple. It's just our fit and finish.
My name is Otto Chan. I am the co-founder of Slipstitch and also creative director.
Hi, I'm Devin. I am the executive director and co-founder of Slipstitch Studio, a post-contemporary art gallery located in Seattle, Washington in the Pioneer Square district.
So Slipstitch came from a terminology from fiber arts. It's the invisible thread. And we took this metaphor of the Slipstitch as we can connect the art with the audience without having to, make loud noises or whatsoever. We're the invisible thread.
What we were trying to look for is like, how do we create this space in the social fabric to allow new art, new light, new conversation, the why of art to exist, and really look at it from an artist point of view, so that really it allows us to be facilitators of the conversation, not the owners.
About 3 years ago, Devin and I started this gallery space in order to sort of start this community and sort of change things up in Seattle.
We really wanted to see, what did galleries do really well? What did museums do really well? What did nonprofits do really well? And what did cooperatives do really well? And how can we take the best parts of those and then mesh them together and see if we could create something new?
I like to think that we have the heart of a nonprofit, the retail of a gallery space, and then a standard of a museum. It has a why behind the meaning of the art, and that's what we focus on at Slipstitch, is the why.
On the artist end, it's really, again, that idea of client. We work for them. We want to make sure that we create a space that speaks their language and speaks to their why. And that when they come into the space, they're comfortable. We're not here to own our artists. One of the major differences is that, and I think some have thought that it was a little bit kooky, we only do a year contract with our artists, and we only contract what's in our gallery. We don't go beyond our walls. Normal contracts wind up going either 2 to 3 years. The gallery then owns everything the artist produces. If it is off-site, on-site, they have a show, they don't have a show. We do the shorter contract, and we do only what's in this is because we're trying to encourage our artists to continue to show and say like, hey, we want it out there, because the only way your career is gonna move forward is your name getting out there. And if I hold that back, and if I just say you're only gonna be sitting within this space over a certain amount of time, I'm limiting your potential.
We're about the connection. Yeah. For the audience who come in, we're not gonna force you to buy anything. We want you to engage with us.
Some of the best people that come through my door know nothing of art, and they're really an open book. And it's just kind of like, hey, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? Why do you think it exists? And then connect it to them, meet them toe to toe. So you're never talking down to the patron that's coming in. You're standing at level, and you're saying, you're welcome here.
There's these a deeper meaning to things, and that's when an audience gets that, when they come in and they finally oh my God, I didn't think about that, or when they have this epiphany of oh my gosh, I learned something new. That is just chef's kiss. That's what we want to do.
Please visit Slipstitch as much as you can. What they're doing here and the way they present their artists is very, very special, not just in Seattle, but really anywhere. The respect they afford the artists and the audience is pretty unbelievable, to be honest with you. You read contracts from other galleries and what they're going to do with your work and how they're going to treat it and how they're going to talk about it. It's not the same. It's really not the same. It's a pretty great place for art and for the artists.
it's a reflection of us. Like, I think we're pretty nice people. So, like, you know, that warmth that we have, we imbue it in the space. You know, like, I think it's just kind of who we are. It's like, because we're very open to people. So why wouldn't our space be?